there isn't any crime in some countries in the world. Like, okay, like I'll just give you an example. Dubai. If you were to like look up Dubai specifically, Dubai, there's literally zero crime in Dubai.
Is it because they cut
But,
off your head if you do one little thing? Like that
well,
would be
I
a
mean,
horrible thing.
maybe
I mean,
not
that's
that extreme, but something like that, right?
yeah.
So the question is, do you want a perfectly safe society? Because there is no crime.
Uh,
That's the question. I mean, do you want a perfectly safe society, or do you want people to run around and quite frankly kill each other? Because quite frankly, that's what people are doing is killing each other. They're not necessarily like killing other people. They're killing each other. And so, you know, you got to ask yourself, like, what do you want? Because if you want there to be no crime, then you can try to tell people to stop doing crime. That's going to do nothing. So the other option is to put them in prison and to make it extremely hard to get out of, because then there won't be any crime because you're basically making it so your life is done. If you even get like there's a whiff of you doing something bad. And so
so you're
if
saying
you
it's
want it to
different
be
penalties?
like if you want it to be perfectly safe, and if you want the people in our country to not be killing each other, like if you want the deaths in our country to stop, well then in theory you kind of have to be in favor of the prison system and quite frankly want to expand it fundamentally.
So, I mean, I don't know. I hear your argument here. So, your argument is if we were more strict on the crime and giving out harsher penalties, there would be less crime. But do we want
It's
to
all
do that
about
to our
what you
citizens?
want, because if you want there to be less crime, we have to be tougher on crime because that's just what it is, because that's what Dubai did. And they have literally like the lowest crime rate. There's literally videos of people literally parking like Lamborghinis in Dubai and putting the keys on top of the Lamborghini, literally the keys on top of the Lamborghini, going in, going to a casino, gambling, and then they come outside and their Lamborghini is still there, and the keys were literally on top of the car. It's a Lamborghini.
Do you know
It's
exactly
not.
what it is in Dubai that causes less crime? Is it the harsher penalties? Because there's probably got to be
Yeah.
other ways. If you look at Norway, Norway has a lot of low crime as well, and they have a very low percent of recidivism, people that get out of jail and go back into jail because they do prison differently. They teach people stuff in prison. They give them a little bit more freedom, and honestly, they're just nicer to them overall, and they treat them like human beings. And because of that, the people who come out of prison don't go back in. So instead of locking people up for the rest of their lives because we can't think of anything better, maybe we could even put more money into policing and have more police on the streets. So you look at something like Dubai and they put their keys on the top of their Lamborghini. If there's a police standing there, and in Dubai it seems like there's police everywhere. A lot of them are undercover, but if we had police on every corner or something, or we had cameras on every corner, then people could do the same thing and put the keys on top of their Lamborghini because they know they'd get caught. So maybe there's smarter ways to do it rather than just locking everybody up for everything. Are you thinking we should put somebody who steals a pack of gum from the store in jail for 10 years? Just seems a little too rough, especially if that's like your kid or something.
And it probably is. But you kind of we're going a little bit fast there. But if we talk about Norway, the reason Norway is safe is for a completely different reason than Saudi Arabia. Those countries are safe for completely different reasons because both those countries are safe. There's a reason. There's a difference. Saudi Arabia is safe because there is punishment. Norway is actually safe because they are. It's like a country of culturally homogenous people. It's just one people.
Yeah, that's the whole everybody's white argument. I don't think so, bro. They take in plenty of
Yeah,
refugees. Norway takes in tons of refugees. Lots of people want to
they
go to
don't.
Norway.
They don't take in a
It's
ton
so
of
hard to get a
refugees, even
citizenship in
compared to
Norway. You have
Europe.
to be on a waiting list for
That's
like 4 years.
They do not take in a ton of refugees, even compared to Europe, because nobody that's a refugee wants to go to a country that's as cold as Norway. That doesn't make any sense. Why would, like, if you're a refugee, why would you go to a country like Norway? Like, you can't, you won't even be like hospitable there.
Okay, so I'm looking at. Let me pull up Norway's population here. It says they're 83% Norwegian and
Yeah.
8% European and
Okay. That's
8.5% other. Does that make the sense? Yeah, that makes sense.
I
So is
think
that
so.
comparable to some
Like,
other?
like pull up like France or something. Pull up like France or something. Well, you can just, if you go to the France Wikipedia page, they always have demographics
Oh,
on
do they?
Wikipedia.
All right, so look, French is 85% total French population. So you got Norway's 83%, France is 85%. Let's see if that's right. So I mean, it seems like pretty similar statistics there.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at other countries. I mean, maybe France because it's been in the news. That's the only reason I said France because it's been in the news.
Germany's 86% German.
How old is that data? How old is that data?
Talk to Google. No, 2019. It's all 2019.
Well, it's not that now.
You think it's
I
changed that
want to see what
much?
the data is like in 20. Go to like 20. Just like look for 2023.
It's still German. It's 2020 now, 86.3% still. That's not going to change in 2 years, bro. It's 86%. And Norway was like 83%. So I think that statistic, the everybody's white argument, it never works. It's never right. It's a right wing talking point, and you fell for it.